Have you ever been mistaken for a swinger at your kid's birthday party? My daughter Lily was turning 7, and I wanted to throw her the perfect butterfly-themed party. I spent weeks planning, butterfly decorations, a cake shaped like monarch wings, and even hired a face painter. I sent out handmade invitations to her entire class, proud of the little butterfly stickers I'd added to each envelope. The morning of the party, I was setting up when my neighbor Diane arrived an hour early. I brought pineapple upside-down cake, she said with a strange wink. I thought it was odd since I'd specifically mentioned we had dessert covered, but I thanked her anyway. She was wearing a surprisingly low-cut dress for a kid's party, but Diane had always been eccentric. More parents started arriving, and something felt off. Roger from down the street showed up without his kids, wearing a Hawaiian shirt unbuttoned way too low. Where should I put the pineapple? He asked, holding up a fresh one with a ribbon around it. With the other fruit, I guess? I was confused but busy hanging streamers. By noon, I had twice as many adults as kids. Parents I'd never met were introducing themselves with weird energy. A woman in a cocktail dress touched my arm and said, "Love what you've done with the theme. Very clever." "Thanks, Lily loves butterflies," I replied, adjusting a paper butterfly garland. "Butterflies," she laughed. "Is that what we're calling it?" The breaking point came when I walked into my kitchen to find 3 couples examining my butterfly decorations and discussing signals and preferences. One man was explaining to his wife that butterflies meant social, while pineapples meant full swap. "Excuse me," I interrupted, "but the kids' activities are starting in the backyard." They all turned to look at me. "Kids?" a woman in stilettos asked. "Yes, it's my daughter's 7th birthday party." The silence was deafening. Roger dropped his pineapple. Diane covered her cleavage with a dish towel. The woman in stilettos literally ran out my front door, her husband scrambling after her. Turns out, in certain circles, a butterfly-themed party with pineapple imagery is code for a very different kind of adult gathering. The butterfly stickers I'd lovingly placed on each invitation, combined with my new pineapple doormat I'd bought on sale, and the fact that the invitation said Lily's special day without explicitly mentioning it was a child's birthday, perfect storm of miscommunication. My phone started blowing up with apologies. Roger texted saying he saw my invitation on the community board at the gym and made assumptions. Diane admitted she thought I was finally loosening up after the divorce. The woman in stilettos sent a mortified email explaining they'd just moved to the neighborhood and thought this was how suburbanites welcomed newcomers. Meanwhile, actual parents with actual children were arriving for the actual birthday party. I had to stand at my door like a bouncer, turning away confused adults while trying to explain without scarring the arriving 7-year-olds. "No, Mr. Peterson, this is not that kind of party." "Yes, I can see you brought dip." My ex-husband showed up right in the middle of me explaining to a couple why they needed to leave immediately. "Why is everyone dressed like they're going to a nightclub?" he asked, surveying the departing adults. "Don't ask," I muttered, shoving him toward the backyard where normal party activities were desperately trying to happen. The kids had no idea anything was wrong. They were thrilled with the butterfly face paint and the treasure hunt I'd organized. Lily declared it the best birthday ever, completely oblivious to the adult chaos. The face painter, bless her, acted like she hadn't just watched me turn away 6 couples looking for a very different afternoon activity. The story spread through the neighborhood like wildfire. I became known as the mom who accidentally invited half the suburb to a swinger party. The grocery store visits were awkward for months. People either avoided eye contact completely or gave me knowing smiles that made me want to move to a different state. The next year, Lily wanted a unicorn party. I put children's birthday party in giant letters on every invitation. I banned pineapples from my property, and I personally called every parent to confirm they understood this was for 7-year-olds. Still, Roger showed up with his kids and couldn't make eye contact. Diane brought a normal casserole and kept apologizing every 5 minutes. The woman in stilettos? She moved away. Her husband still waves nervously when he sees me, like I might accidentally invite him to something inappropriate again. My sister heard the story and sent me a pineapple-shaped lamp for Christmas. My mother still doesn't understand why I won't explain what happened. And Lily? She just thinks everyone in our neighborhood really loves butterflies, but is weirdly embarrassed about it.